So finally, after 13 days, we've arrived at Ephesus ancient city. It's one of the original 7 wonders of the world. The Temple of Artemis, I think, is like the main thing here, what's left of it. I believe it was started in 6000 BC, so we're going to have a look here. We originally planned to come a week or so ago, but we just ended up staying in Kusadasi and just loved it, so we thought, well, why not? We've got 3 months in Turkey. So yeah, we're about to just go now to Ephesus, ancient city. We've just come through now the gates of Ephesus, and to be honest, it's pretty quiet. We thought it'd be quite busy. There's a lot of tour buses here, but just seeing the sort of fair things behind us now, which is like the old amphitheatre. There's a couple of cranes there, a bit of maintenance. The price was €40 per person, which does seem expensive, but as far as we're aware, this is a massive area. Going to be here for a few hours at least, I'd have thought. Plus, obviously it's like a World Heritage Site and everything like that. It was just actually says behind me there, it was joined a list in 2015. But from what we've seen so far, like and what I've seen online, it looks really good. This is one of the things I've been excited for, to come to Turkey to see. So what I'm learning is that all of these inscriptions you'll see on these stones behind us are like way markers, telling you the cities between sort of the distance between each city. This one mentions Caesar on there. I can't understand any of the dates, but it does say it's like the 3rd century BC. So like that's a long time ago, obviously, but these are all over the place. But yeah, it's just sort of, it's quite a big area from what we've seen. It goes right over there and it goes right round, right past the amphitheatre and all around there. So it's going to be quite a good day, I think. So as I mentioned earlier, this old amphitheatre / Colosseum, there's got a bit of maintenance going on. There's a crane there, but you can see all the the ruins and stuff on the floor. I'll show you the actual amphitheatre in a moment. So yeah, that's like the remains of the amphitheatre. Apparently that covers a huge area. Just a shame like you can't sort of get up there because there's obviously construction. I think they do actually have concerts here as well, which sort of, there's a ballet coming soon. I don't know where they do it, but this is spectacular. I keep reading and hearing about a thing called the Church of Mary. I'm not sure what it is, obviously church, but I'm not quite sure like how much of it's intact or how much of it's kind of remains to be seen yet, but it's kind of along this pathway. There's little signs well marked everywhere. So we're going to head here and just try and sort of avoid the bigger tour crowds. We're in the grounds of this Church of St Mary now, and it's actually a really big area. Just sort of carries on going backwards and grows out more and more. This is like just one of the few things to say. I mean, this is remarkable, really. Don't ignore this dickhead taking the piss. But yeah, this is like unbelievable. It's all still really well intact as well. Just been reading a little bit of information in like the altar area over there, and it was saying that Pope John Paul VI, I believe it was, came and prayed here in Ephesus in 1967. So they put a little plaque just to sort of symbolise that. But this is still fantastic. They're well built. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's granted it's a ruin, but considering how old it is, this is fantastic. This little chapel area now, and all of these big huge pieces of marble have all got crosses carved into them, all pretty much well maintained. I'll just sort of show you like this one here. They're all like this, but I don't know if this was like there's not a lot of information around, but I don't know if this was like a baptism well or whatever. But one thing I will say though is like we came to Turkey for the weather, and we're certainly getting it. I mean, the last probably 13 nights we've been on the campsite in Kusadasi, it's been no less than sort of 30, 31, been going to bed 30 on an evening. Today, I think it's about 34 now, and it's about 11 o'clock. Due to get to 40 today, tomorrow's about 41, and then sort of dropping to 30. So as much as we complain, this is kind of what we come for: bright sunshine, blue skies. We had quite a lot of rain like in Bulgaria, Romania, and getting to this point, so it's nice to enjoy it. I mean, there's a bit of construction work going on. Certain areas are closed, like the Colosseum thing behind us, the theatre. I'll just show you in a second. I'm just kind of trying not to slip, but the theatre's got some work going on. But this is like an ancient street. We can't go ahead, but I'll just show you what we can sort of see. But it's like sort of regenerative work just to sort of make sure the structural integrity and things like that are being maintained. Unfortunately we can't enter this bit, but that's like definitely a highway or a main road. of some description.
9,000 followers.
So I've just been earwigging a couple of the tour guide stuff, and apparently there's a little ginger cat here called Garfield who was notorious around these parts, lives in Ephesus, and he's apparently got his own Instagram page which has 9,000 followers, so yeah, how the cat's got more than me I do not know. So we've just got to possibly like the gem in Ephesus' sort of crown, and I'll show you it now. If you've ever seen Petra in Jordan, it's very much similar to that, whereas that's cut out of the rocks, this is actual sort of marble structure, and you can see a little bit now, but I'll spin you around so you can see it a bit better. See, as you can see, it's pretty busy at the moment, but we picked today specifically today where there's no cruise ships in. Yesterday there was 2 Royal Caribbean ones, and they had about 6,000 people between them all coming to this, so we thought we'll pick it today. Not as bad, still a lot of tour groups, but it's very comfortable. But that is definitely, any ruin we visit from now on is never going to top this, even in Rome I dare say. This place just seems to go on for like ever and ever. It carries on up the hill up here. See, there's a few tours, but just carries on all the way up there, so we're going to go have a little explore. So this building is the Temple of Adrian, obviously famous in Britain for building Adrian's Wall. Well, I've got to say, I'm absolutely in awe of this place. I didn't expect it to be as good or as big as it is. I mean, I like my history anyway, but this is just like, it's on another level. I mean, we have ruins and stuff in Britain, but nothing like this. I've just overheard a tour guide saying about a lot of the style is Greek, because at one point 70% of the population here was Greek, but it's just, everywhere you look, there's just spectacular stuff. The main street we're kind of walking around now where Leah is a big like arch, but the main street has gone on for, I'd say, probably 200 or 300 metres now. It just continues up and round all these little streets and little snickets, so we're going to have a little walk around and just see what there is to see. Just come up towards the top of like the street now, and we've just noticed that there's another like little sort of Colosseum over there, the big area over here which we've still got to explore. A lot of the ruins are sort of lying around, just put in place, but there's fruit trees everywhere, there's fig trees, there's pineapple, no there isn't, there's fig trees, there's pomegranate trees, there's stuff all over the place. There's a fly bothering me, as you can probably see, but yeah, we're just going to sort of have a wander around. We've been here about an hour and a half already. So we're coming up now, it's like the second amphitheatre / Colosseum, and this one we can actually enter, and there's a little alleyway just down there with stairs which takes you up to it, which we're going to explore. We're going to go have a little look at that. The first one, as we saw, was under construction, so at least we can go in this one. You can see there's a few people around, but it's not by any stretch uncomfortable, which we thought it would be a lot busier than it is, but this is, yeah, this is nice. So yeah, this is like the main street, as you can see, heading all the way down there to the big building. Right, so it's time to make our way back down the main street now to the big sort of theatre thing at the bottom. This has been what it's like all the way though. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. The views are a lot better going down this way. Yeah, that's just something else, isn't it?
Eddie the Eagle. No, not Eddie the Eagle. Eric the Eel. There's something seriously wrong with it. There's people on the top of the campsite, they'll be able to see him. I'll talk quietly because it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet. But this is pretty special. Just outside of the van. Got Pamacoola down there. Look at all the hot air balloons. How amazing is that?